Not everybody's getting paid. Let's get back
this,
to
man.
the television.
You got
Now,
two.
you're being a homer.
Come on.
No, he said it.
Don't start me.
No,
He's
not
a
bad
bad man.
anymore.
Go Tigers.
Sound Off is ready. Are you?
Good evening, Sound Offers.
Oh.
Welcome to Caesar Sportsbook. We are here at Horseshoe Lake Charles for our, what I like to call our few of our annual special shows
This would be one.
without Hobbs. Because Scooter is off on another one of his European
He
vacations.
is. What is with this dude, man? Good.
Hopefully it
Yes.
doesn't involve Chevy Chase.
I hope
But
not
he's off
either.
in
Oh,
Spain
my
and Portugal
goodness.
or whatever. All right, I'm Rick
Hope safe
Serro.
travels to Scooter.
That is Kevin Guidry
Always.
for the next 2 weeks, and we're loving it. I don't know, cats away, mouse will
Yes,
play,
yes.
or whatever. It's
I
like
hope
that.
he's having a good time.
All right,
We wish him well.
quick on tap for tonight.
Wow.
The Saints in the NFL draft. I said their number one need was receiver.
They got
What
it.
did they draft?
They got it.
A receiver. Okay,
got
we
it.
got
A good
that.
one at that.
A
A good one.
solid number of LSU Tigers went in the NFL draft.
Yes.
Interesting, maybe two of their most well-known stars went very, very late. They were on a long waiting list. We're going to
Yeah.
battle about that.
We will. We will.
All right.
But it'll be good.
Tough baseball weekend for both the LSU Tigers and the
I
McNeese
don't know what's
Cowboys.
with my
Oh my
Tigers,
gosh.
man.
Cowboy basketball. Bill Armstrong continues to pile up power for talent for next year.
He knows what he needs because of what happened.
And he needs size
knows.
and he's getting it.
He knows exactly what he
okay.
needs.
My guy right here, Kevin Guidry, all weekend long, picking a fight with me.
We watched the draft together, Rick, so you know that was
Picking
intense.
a fight with me
That was
on
intense.
text, Instagram, TikTok, every social media platform. He was
Look,
out just
look,
gnawing on my
no.
rear end.
No.
We're gonna go a few rounds in the next segment.
If you guys could have seen Rick and I watching the draft together, it was a show in itself. I promise you guys. That was television. That was watch TV. I promise.
Your head was exploding because you thought you were right on everything. Of course, he was wrong. Okay. Let's get to the Saints and taking Arizona State wideout Jordan Tyson with the 8th
Yes.
pick in the first round. Great hand, strong guy.
Yeah.
Look, it was a need. I wanted Carnell Tate because he's a Big Ten receiver from Ohio State, and it's hard to argue against Ohio
he's-
State
no,
receivers.
no, it's
But
no
he
doubt
went
about
early.
that. It is.
He went
It
at
is.
4 to Tennessee.
Yeah.
It didn't
Yeah.
fall in place. But they went for the receiver Tyson. Look, my only availability and durability. That's
Yeah.
my only beef, Kevin.
But didn't at one point he had some injuries?
That's my point. Availability and
Yeah.
durability. He had
And
He
the
had
thing
3
is,
injuries in
he
his
did.
collegiate
He did.
career.
He
He
did.
missed 34% of his games between Colorado and Arizona State.
Yeah.
It was a knee, a
Yeah.
collarbone, and the last one was a hamstring.
Yeah. But you know what, Rick?
Durability and availability.
And that's true too, Rick. You got to have guys on the field to make the
Yeah.
team. But the thing that probably kind of confused me, and we talked about it, was the Saints taking the corner from LSU.
Well, he wasn't there.
Mansour, right. But the thing is,
Mansour Delane went
Delane.
6 to
He
Kansas
did,
City.
he
I
did,
would have
he
loved
did.
Mansour Delane.
I know
I
it.
would have.
but I think the Saints, Rick, and I hate to say this, but I don't
Please
think
say
they
it.
ended up that bad. Because that's your boys. That's your Saints, man. I think the Saints,
No.
I think they were decent, Rick. I
No,
think they had a
the
pretty
draft was solid.
I think it was, Rick. to
No,
be
the
honest
draft
with
was
you.
solid.
If you're going to give them a grade, what grade would you give
For
them? I have
needs,
mine.
a B plus.
I'll give
A
him a
B
C plus. I'll give him a C
A
plus.
C plus.
I'll give him a C plus.
Oh,
yeah.
my, I thought it better than that.
I'll
All
give
right.
him a C plus.
Look,
We
Jordan
can't always
Tyson.
agree, Rick. You know that.
I know. We're not going to agree tonight
Know that.
or all week.
that.
6'2", about 220. Good route runner.
He is.
Kellen Moore says he high points the ball, attacks the ball
Yeah.
in the air. So he's a good possession receiver.
So will that be an addition for Stroud? Is that something he's going to be able to target? Will that help him?
He's instant number 1 receiver.
All right.
All right.
You said it.
9 games last
said
year.
it.
Here's his number: 711 yards, 8 touchdowns, with 9 games. You know what I saw? You know what I noticed on his highlight reel
I did.
was the passes, the great passes coming from LSU quarterback Sam Levitt. That's what
Are you
I noticed.
serious? I didn't
Look at
notice
his
that.
tape. I mean, Levitt was
Are you
slinging.
serious, Rick? I
Yes,
did not know that.
that was
I
his
gotta go back
quarterback.
and look at that, man.
I mean,
I have to go
Le-
back
and I'm,
and
I'm
look
getting
at
off.
that.
I'm getting
Wow.
off mark
But
here.
no, that's a good point,
But
Rick.
Levitt,
I didn't
he
see
rolled
it.
out to his left on one of his touchdown throws
Really?
on the highlight reel, jumped up, contorted his body, and zipped
You
it
got me
to
all fired
Tyson.
up now, Rick. I didn't see that. See,
I'm getting off.
you got me all fired up. But
That's
I
what I
didn't see that,
noticed.
But I'm going to look for it though.
I noticed
I'm
how
going to look for
strong
it.
Tyson
Yeah.
looked. All right, look.
I'm looking
they,
for it,
they,
though.
they got the need. All right.
They did. They did.
Look, second round, third round, they got a couple of Georgia Bulldogs. A defensive
did.
tackle in Miller, a tight end in Oscar Delp.
They went for some needs, right?
Again, it's hard to argue against culture of Georgia, right?
It is. How do you feel right now when you deal with the defense of the Saints? How do you feel about that? I've got some question marks about them, but how do you feel about it, Rick?
Look, the edge rushers are good with Chase and Granderson.
Right.
Depth, we'll find out. I think their interior is solid. Again, you lose DeMario Davis at linebacker. Yes, they've got some people in on defense. I think their secondary, again, they brought in a kid from Ohio State.
You know what?
I think they're okay. Free agency, we'll find out.
I'm a firm believer, Rick, if your interior line on defense is strong and your edge rushers are good, Rick, you can make a secondary good.
Well, yeah.
You can make a secondary good. You don't have to be great, Rick. You just got to be good.
Well, they're going to have to be better. They're going to have to be better on the edges. There's no doubt about that. No. All right, look. Clearly, the Saints and Mickey Loomis and Kellen Moore wanted receivers. They got 3 of them in the draft. They got, I think, 1 or 2 more in free agency. I didn't know Trey Lance had a younger brother.
I didn't either.
Bryce Lance.
I didn't
Played
either.
at North Dakota State. Big kid.
Yeah.
6'3", 200, supposedly an FCS All-American at receiver. Yeah. They brought him in there. So, again, the Saints.
I'm excited about the Saints, Rick, to see what's going to happen.
I like what the need
really
there.
All
right.
I'm excited.
No shocker that my man, Fernando Mendoza, did go number 1 to the Las Vegas Raiders. He's surefire. He is a lock to be a great. He is a lock to be a great NFL quarterback, Kevin.
Let's see what happens.
There's no doubt.
The kid is
no doubt.
The kid is mentally, he's there.
Sharp.
I mean, I can't see anything that
your knock against him is what? Or your concern, at least.
My concern, the speed of the game.
Okay.
The speed of the game.
All right.
Because he's got edge rushers that's going to be screaming, Rick.
Yep.
That's going to be screaming, Rick.
And he's a big man.
Has he felt that pressure
6'5", 240.
Yeah,
okay.
Big. Has he felt that pressure before? Because everything seemed like it was, was he looking like this, Rick?
Okay, saying it was easy for him.
Yeah.
Right,
well. And we'll see, Rick. But you know what? Look, the kid was the number 1 pick.
Yeah.
I mean, no shocker, Rick. But
he is a great prospect.
Having your boy back there with him, too, I think he's going to take him under his arms, man. Okay, you know that.
Tom Brady.
That's his.
And they got an offensive coach in Kubiak now.
That's his protege,
first-year head coach.
That.
All right. Again, Monsieur Delane, the Kansas City Chiefs love LSU football players.
They love LSU football players.
To number 6 to get Delane.
Rick.
And they needed cornerback.
They love LSU.
And he was the first one off the board.
Players, right? They got them, and he's got
and Nussmeier.
And Nussmeier.
So we're going to get into Nussmeier.
Yeah, we're going to get into Nussmeier. But
Garrett Nussmeier.
Delane, by far, Rick, looking at the corners that were taken in that draft, by far, Rick, he was the elite corner.
I can't
believe LSU had him this year.
No penalties.
None, Rick. Can you believe that?
That's crazy. Mansour Delane had no penalties playing cornerback in the SEC.
That's crazy.
That is amazing. All right, Dallas Cowboys, for you folks who follow the Star,
yeah.
They went with defense at number 1 pick in the first round. That would be that Ohio State safety. That would be Caleb Downs, so no shocker there. And the Texans, as I said, they should win offensive line to protect Stroud. All right, there is no debate that the best prepared and the freshest seafood is found at Seafood Palace on Enterprise Boulevard in Lake Charles. It is the best along the entire Louisiana coast. Award-winning fried platters, award-winning boiled crabs, shrimp, and crawfish, 66 menu items to choose from, and the Palace is ready to host your next big family or business event. But plan early, they get packed back there. Seafood Palace in Lake Charles.
When disaster strikes, you don't have time to wonder who to call. At Reclaim Restoration, we're your trusted partner, 24/7, 365. Whether it's fire, water, or storm damage, we rebuild, renew, and revitalize your property and your peace of mind. Locally trusted, nationally certified, and voted Acadiana's Choice 2024. Call Reclaim Restoration today at 337-445-6499 and take the first step toward reclaiming your life.
Life changes fast. That's why at Bank FMBD, we keep banking simple, with real people to help when you need it, and easy tools you can use anytime. Wherever life takes you, Bank FMBD is there.
Don't just like somebody on the app. Like them in real life. She likes you. Say hello. Hello. Legendary moments start with a light. It's Miller time.
What's bugging you?
Is it termites? The season is now and they are swarming. At J&J Exterminating, we offer some very effective weapons against infestation of your home or business. Let us take care of what's bugging you. Don't wait. Contact us now for a free inspection.
All right, we're back at Caesars Sportsbook, Horseshoe Lake Charles.
Yes.
Home of SoundOff, home of a slew of great way to win big prizes, promotional events, and free slots and the like. The key is that Caesars reward card. Where's your whiteboard, by the way? You got to get your whiteboard.
Rick, we stopped having
Don't
it.
have the whiteboard.
But
Caesars reward card.
Today, Rick,
Go to
reason.
the promotional kiosk. Get the Caesars reward card. Get registered. Start swiping. Your chance to win free slots, great prizes, promotional events. It's all right here at Horseshoe Lake Charles.
I mean, something's going on today, Rick, because it looks packed inside the casino. Looking out.
Yeah, it is.
It looks packed.
You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Back to the NFL draft.
Yes.
Former LSU quarterback Garrett Nussmeier.
Oh,
We're going to get into our beef. We're going to get into it. But first,
I love
he
the
was
kid. Why you making
Lake
me,
Charles
why you making
native.
me
You've been
the
harping
bad
on him
guy,
and harping
Rick?
on.
Why, Rick? Why?
He was projected, I guess, for third or fourth round. The young man waited to the 249th pick of the seventh round. 8 spots from Mr. Irrelevant last. 249. All right. I would not blame Nussmeier, and I know he's not, but I would not blame him if he was regretting coming back for that senior year last season to help LSU out. And he did help them out because that quarterback room was in dire need. He's a high-character guy, loyal to the brand, loyal to the Tigers. I don't blame him if he's sitting back there thinking, man,
But Rick,
what the heck did I do?
Help me out and help me understand this. The reason for him doing that was because they had a pretty good class.
He had a great 2024.
No, but I'm saying the class of him coming out for the NFL draft. Didn't they have some guys that
Who
maybe
cares?
would have rivaled him at the quarterback
They
position?
had some
if I'm not
quarterback
mistaken?
talent. Yeah, who cares?
I thought that
He was one of the better
his
ones.
reasons for coming back, my understanding was, and just like yours was, to come back to take LSU to a national
He wanted
championship
to finish.
and to win the Heisman.
He wanted to finish.
That's what we thought. Everything was in plan.
And everything's fine. It was fine.
But-
until he got hurt.
And
Until
you know what,
Brian
Rick?
Kelly and the LSU medical staff couldn't, find a cyst on his spine that the NFL medical team and the combine did.
I can't. Rick, that floors
And
me.
Kelly moved all those
That-
chips in the middle of the table because he knew he had to beat Clemson in that opener. He knew he needed Nussmeier. Of course he did, because there was nobody behind him.
That just
And I think he
floors me.
shackled the kid. He shackled him, playing in pain. Bottom line.
But you know what? You've got to say this, Rick. And I mean, as a former player, Rick, if I'm in pain, Rick, and if I can't perform, if people are judging me and watching me, and if I can't perform, why am I playing?
Well, I'm
Why am I
not.
playing,
Look,
Rick?
according to
Because
Nussmeier,
people need to know that
he
and
got-
that could have hurt him in his draft pick.
of course he knew it was going to hurt him.
By people thinking that, why is this kid playing then? Because he's not making the throws that he's made before. So can he make those throws?
He wasn't. He was making them at 60%, some say. He was getting meds, whatever you want to call it, to help him get through games. Clearly, he was struggling, along with a pitiful
No doubt he
offensive
was.
line,
No doubt he
along
was.
with a pitiful
The
offensive line,
did
and
not
no
help him
run
at all,
game
Rick.
to support.
None. But Rick, when you look at it, Rick, you know what? I'm going to always blame Kelly.
Of course you are.
You know that.
In this case,
And the
I do
thing
too.
is, Nussmeier being the type of kid he is, I know, man, everybody wants to get out there and play and help your teammates, but sometimes you got to do what's best for you, Rick, as an athlete, Rick. And let me tell you something, Rick. If that kid felt like he couldn't go out there on Saturdays and perform, Nuss, you got to tell somebody, man. You got to say something to where, let me set one or two
Clearly,
games.
he didn't have to say anything. Clearly, it's on tape.
Yeah, but Rick,
All right.
it got to be a point to where somebody's got to be in his ear saying, Nuss, you need to set. You need to set.
You picked a fight with me all weekend because you kept saying Nussmeier, healthy or not, is not an early pick in the NFL draft.
Well, let me
You
tell you-
said that Harold Perkins Jr. was
I
not
really-
going to be
well,
an early pick in the NFL draft.
Let me
And
tell
they
you
were
why.
not.
Well, no,
But why?
We know why Harold wasn't, because of the injury. We know that, Rick. We
He
know
was
that.
healthy last season.
Yeah, but Rick, that still kind of played in, I think, in coaches' minds. Can he really come back and be 100%? That was a serious injury Harold Perkins
Well, it
had, Rick. That was serious, Rick. Sometimes that's
So you're
career-ending.
not blaming it on the defensive coaches, after the
No.
freshman year. No, listen to me.
No.
After the freshman year when they said, number 7, we're going to try him inside.
Yeah, okay, Rick, you got a point. Look,
He got swallowed
Let me
up.
say this, Rick.
Swallowed in a mass of
you
bodies. He
can't
couldn't do
change-
anything.
You can't change a guy as to what he does and how he plays. You got to let him play. Just like a Michael Brooks. You would never move from Michael Brooks to
And you're saying
inside.
NFL scouts couldn't figure that out?
They should have never moved that kid to inside. He's not an inside backer. Harold Perkins has got to be a guy that comes off the edge
All right, so-
screaming.
All right, so what is your argument against my contention that Garrett Nussmeier, he is not the 249th pick in the NFL draft. I'm sorry. This is Shedeur Sanders all over again. He's not.
Well, that was a different situation with.
I know it, but I'm saying I'm talking about the fall. The fall.
Rick, I get your point, Rick. But you know what, Rick? When you look at the quarterbacks that went ahead of him, Rick, they
all went ahead of Nussmeier. Every
Rick,
one of them.
Rick,
even the kid from North Dakota State went in front of him.
How do you?
Even the Arkansas quarterback went in front of him. Carson Beck went in the third round.
Garrett was at LSU for 5 years. Rick, this is what blows my mind. How can you have a kid that transfer from Georgia to Miami and have a better year?
Well, he did.
He took a different system, Rick.
I mean,
but
Beck took him to the
been in that
playoffs.
system for 5 years, Rick.
I know.
You got to run that system with your eyes closed, Rick.
Answer my question. Is Garrett Nussmeier eventually an NFL quality quarterback?
I think he will be. He's not going to play at Kansas City. I don't mean
of
to
course
bust nobody's bubble.
He's in a great spot, though.
He's not playing at Kansas City.
He's going to study under Andy Reid.
He will, Rick.
He probably might make the practice squad, and he's got Patrick Mahomes to watch.
Look, Rick. Look, Garrett Nussmeier, I love the kid hard. I mean, he's a good
great
kid.
character, great leader.
A number of times, man.
High IQ.
I have nothing to say about him as a person, but I think athletically there are some things that he's limited to do that other quarterbacks can do.
You can win games different ways.
You can, Rick, but you got to be in that system that allow you to do that.
Of course, anybody does.
What system fits him, Rick? If you had to put him in an NFL team, take away Kansas City because what team would he fit good in?
I think for Garrett Nussmeier, he's high schematic. Meaning you've got to have a system that puts the defense at a disadvantage schematically. Why? Because two attributes that I love about Garrett Nussmeier.
Okay.
Decision making and accuracy. Does he have a rifle? No. No, he can throw the deep ball.
He can.
But decision making, IQ, and accuracy.
Okay.
So that tells me it's schematics. It's where he's going
Rick.
with the ball.
I see your point.
I heard over the weekend a lot of comparisons to a Brock Purdy. And I'm thinking, for the 49ers.
Yeah.
Can move laterally a little bit, can move up and down.
But Brock Purdy had an all-NFL
Well,
running
he's
back.
got Kyle
He had
Shanahan as head coach.
Receivers. I mean, Rick, it's kind of hard to be bad, Rick. Okay, Rick.
Well,
it's kind of hard to be
Brock
bad,
Purdy,
Rick.
Mr. Irrelevant.
Yeah.
Garrett Nussmeier,
totally
249th pick.
Totally
Damn
agree,
near
Rick.
Mr. Irrelevant.
Wow.
All right, so are we in agreement that he's an NFL quarterback?
Yes, he is. Yes, he is, Rick. Yes, he is. But my thing
I'm saying,
Rick,
but are we in agreement he should have gone earlier? I'm thinking third round. I'm sorry, third round.
it's a bit high, Rick. It's a bit
He's
high.
better than Carson Beck.
He's a bit high.
He will
That's
prove
a bit
to be
high.
better than Carson
But
Beck.
Rick, when you look at the quarterbacks that win, this is the thing I keep going back to, Rick. How can a guy come out of one system and go into another system and bring the team to a national championship?
Well, he got healthy. In all credit to Beck, he got healthy.
And you got to say Nussmeier had been in that system for 5 years.
I got you. Hey,
you got to know it with your eyes closed, Rick.
Valid point. We got to leave it there. I think I won
We
that
still
round.
love Nussmeier.
I think I won that round.
We love you.
We're coming back.
People do anything to make their beer cold. Try viral hacks. Use outdoor fridges, freezers too. Oops. That's why the Coors Light Mountains turn blue. Because people don't just like beer. People like cold beer.
What's bugging you?
Is it termites? The season is now and they are swarming. At J&J Exterminating, we offer some very effective weapons against infestation of your home or business. Let us take care of what's bugging you. Don't wait. Contact us now for a free inspection.
Reclaim Restoration is your trusted partner serving Southwest Louisiana from Lake Charles to Lafayette. Whether it's fire, water, or storm damage, call Reclaim Restoration today at 337-445-6499 and take the first step toward reclaiming your life.
Don't just like somebody on the app. Like them in real life. She likes you. Say hello. Hello. Legendary moments start with a light. It's Miller time.
Life changes fast. That's why at Bank FMBD, we keep banking simple, with real people to help when you need it, and easy tools you can use anytime. Wherever life takes you, Bank FMBD is there.
Bank FMBD has been serving people in Southwest Louisiana for over 90 years because they're local, they're your neighbors. So Bank Local, Bank FMBD, great partners of SoundOff. Oh, by the way, I did win that round. And Thursday show, get ready for Thursday show, because we got 4 or 5 hot points, I call it. And we're going to draw a line in our little sports sandbox. Line in the sand, you on that side, me on this side, and we're going at it on Thursday.
I try and give our viewers a perspective of me saying, I think Kevin knows what he's talking about. That's what I try.
No,
to do.
it's Kevin.
That's what I try.
I'm always right until I'm proven wrong. Guidry, that's your deal. I'm right. Oh, I got proven wrong. Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's on Thursday's show, but I won the Nussmeier deal.
Okay.
All right, let's shift to the sinking boat that is LSU baseball. All right, get this. Swept at Mississippi State.
Yeah.
9 straight. This is their 3rd straight conference sweep. 9 straight losses in the SEC. What is that? That is a record in LSU baseball history.
Rick,
9 straight losses in the SEC. Yes, it is.
That's not a record.
It is a record. 9 straight in the SEC, I'm talking about, not schedule-wise. All right, the problems are mounting. Injuries. All right, we're going back to last week, in between our production shows last week. Cooper Moore out. Caston Evans, their second-best pitcher, got pulled. He's probably lost. Sulphur's Jake Brown. Lost for the year with a broken bone in a hand. He's gone. Pitching has gone in the toilet because they don't have enough arms, because Jay Johnson has to rely on the bullpen to he had to, it was like 23 innings the bullpen pitched at Starkville. 23 innings for the bullpen. That's how bad they are.
Vegas. It's always gets them. Vegas.
Offensively, they had leads. They had multiple run leads in every game against a pretty good Mississippi State team and lost all 3.
One time when I was watching, it was up 7-3.
Yeah, they were up 7-3, and they lost. So
Tigers,
look, this is what's the word I'm looking for? This is historic kind of flop. No, this is an historic flop.
Don't make it bad.
For LSU standards, coming off a national championship year, this is like an historic type of flop. And Jay Johnson has been man enough.
There's teams that have done that before, Rick. Coming off of a national championship. Come on, don't make my Tigers.
No, I'm just saying for LSU, I'm no historian like our missing Hobbs, but this is pretty bad.
No,
this is pretty bad.
But can you really be down on them, Rick? Can you say they got look?
No, Jay Johnson's down on his decision. He was man enough to admit it. I screwed up with this roster.
Jay Johnson won us 2 national championships. I ain't saying nothing bad about him. I'm sorry.
No, he's got a lot of skin.
Sorry, Rick.
He's got a lot of skin on the wall. He's one of the best, if not the best, in the country. But he admitted he made roster mistakes. He admitted he made roster mistakes. All right, they're not making the tournament.
I get that.
All right, so
no,
the Cowboys, they at home set a record, by the way.
Really?
Set an attendance record against Rio Grande. Attendance record, no, second all time. 2,572 fans turned out Friday at the Joe against Rio Grande. Second highest attended game in program history. Yeah, that's incredible. And they got an extra inning loss. They lost in 11 innings to Rio Grande.
What was the attendance? I mean, was there a reason?
I think probably an LSU. Well, LSU would have been an exhibition game, so probably a UL game.
Okay.
I'm just saying that's fantastic. That's
that
fantastic.
Is good,
So
that is good.
they lose 2 or 3. They lose the
just
series to Rio Grande. But the deal with the Cowboys, we talked about it last week, they're jumbled up right there in the middle at 6th place with 5 games difference between them and first place. So
who's the number 1 team in the
country? Let's see. Who is Stephen F. Austin is up there. Lamar is up there. There's several of them up there. Northwestern State is up there. Rio Grande is up there. So it's jumbled up at the top.
Anyway, go Cowboys. All right.
Stephen F. Austin coming up in Northwestern series for the Cowboys. Cowgirls. I mean, we thought they were like lost at sea for a while. James Landreneau just got them turned around. They swept East Texas over the weekend. Now they are tied for second. They are going to host this week, by the way, starting on Thursday, host a SLC tournament play-in event at Cowgirl Diamond.
Oh, wow.
So for a while there, it was like they were like trending.
Yeah.
Are they going to make the tournament?
And then
wham.
And you know what?
Unbelievable.
Do we contribute those hard games that Landreneau plays at the beginning of the season to prepare
winning culture?
Girls? Okay.
How many times do I have to teach?
He does it. Stop it.
How many times do I have to teach you?
He came on the show and told us that's what he does.
Yeah.
What are you teaching
he
now?
Prepares
when
them
he told us that's what he does.
For adversity. But how many times do I have to teach you about great coaching when you say it's all the players, it's all talent, it's all the players? No, it's
Rick,
great coaching too. Landreneau is a great culture builder.
Watch out, argue this with him. Watch this here.
What?
So you're telling me, Rick, if you have a bad player with good coaching, you can still win. Now, if you have a good player.
Oh, you have one bad player? Yeah, you can still win with one bad player.
No.
You can't win with a bad roster. No, a coach can only do so much.
You know exactly where I was going with that, okay?
I know what you're going.
No, Landry, he came on the show
Coaching.
and said, we have to play those tough games.
Leadership.
Let's prepare those for later on down the road. So, great job for Coach Landry. Great job.
That's that Cowgirl Diamond. Hey,
That's a big game
and
for
wacky
them.
things.
That's a big
Remember
game for
last
them,
year
though,
against Southeastern?
Yeah.
Ended with a controversial call by a goofball umpire. Watch out for that.
It did.
Final round of the show when we
All
come
right.
back. The Horseshoe Lake Charles experience begins with elite gaming in the region's newest and most exciting venue, featuring all your favorite table games and slots. Caesars Sportsbook at Horseshoe is the legend in sports betting, and speaking of legendary, Gordon Ramsay's steak is above all others, where celebrity chef Ramsay brings his fury of flavor to Southwest Louisiana. Great food and live music at Brews Brothers, and of course impeccable hotel accommodations. Plus, earn big with your Caesars reward card. That's Horseshoe Lake Charles.
What's bugging you?
Is it termites? The season is now and they are swarming. At J&J Exterminating, we offer some very effective weapons against infestation of your home or business. Let us take care of what's bugging you. Don't wait. Contact us now for a free inspection.
People do anything to make their beer cold. Try viral hacks. Use outdoor fridges. Freezers too. Oops. That's why the Coors Light Mountains turn blue. Because people don't just like beer. People like cold beer.
All right, thanks for hanging with us. Caesars Sportsbook, Horseshoe
Yes,
Lake Charles,
been a
wrapping
good
it
show.
up. Final 2 minutes of the show. I have won every round.
No, you have not.
In tonight's show.
I'll let
I've
him
won it
feel that
all.
way. If that
I've won
boosts
it all.
his ego, I'll let him have it, okay?
Oh, you
I'll
have
let
to
him have
nothing
it.
about my
I'll let him
ego.
have it.
I know when I win. All right, speaking of great coaches, McNeese basketball coach Bill Armstrong. All right, he's up to
He was loading up,
5
man.
Power 4. Got a couple of 6'11" guys. His latest
Yeah.
is a Florida State guy, 6'11". He's got him coming in from Ole Miss, Mississippi
He does.
State, Syracuse,
know
Vanderbilt.
what?
All right, they don't have a couple of them have played some action, a fair amount of games. Does it bother you that the majority don't have really any stat lines?
No. Rick,
They're
look
coming
what he's
from
doing.
Power 4
Rick,
programs.
Rick, this man is bringing players into the Southland Conference from the SEC.
Yes, he is. And from the ACC and from the Big East. Yes. All right. I always contend.
Who in the Southland Conference have that many guys on their roster that's coming from these?
Not like McNeese. And here I always contend you don't get to Power 4 without being worthy. Some of these guys are 3, 4, and 5-star rated players.
Rick,
so,
look.
yeah, you got to be good to be there. Plus, they're practicing against great players. All right? So it doesn't bother you. It doesn't bother me at all.
But do you
Armstrong knows what he's getting.
But do you see how Will Wade has set
Set the tone, baby.
Yeah, Rick.
Go for broke. Remember, people, let me run the list quickly. Christian Shoemate, Shahado Wells, Javon Garcia, Cordero Copeland, DJ Richards all came in. They didn't have a whole lot of numbers.
No.
And look what they turned out to be because they're playing in the Southland, mid-major. You can become a damn good star player without having the numbers.
You're right, Rick.
That's all I'm saying.
You're right. I have
so,
to agree with you.
See you next time right here at Sound Off.